Welcome back to the Chiefin podcast, folks. It's September, so you know what that means. It's time to get back in school, fucking not give a shit about any of your grades, go home, let China beat us in academics and eventual world domination, and lose your mind in some video games. The American dream.
The American dream. To veg out on the couch, forget studying, forget visiting grandma.
Yeah.
Just play video games.
She'll be there next year, I think.
Oh, God. Dude.
You know what? Millard Fillmore fought hard for my rights as an American to not give a shit about my academic future.
I thought you were going to say about grandma. Jesus, man. This is getting dark.
And Joe Biden fought hard enough so that I could go to school on America's dime.
Joe Biden fought hard enough to complete a sentence.
Oh, he was in prison?
Oh, that's a good little spin on it. No, he wasn't. So, the American dream is to avoid your responsibilities and just veg out and play video games. And since school is starting up, we would like to start off with our top 5 best video games to avoid your responsibilities with.
I'm going to start with a classic one. Some of these are old, guys. These are like nostalgic to us or games that we played. Like, I got to be honest with you, I don't own a system anymore. I don't know the latest games. I was never a Fortnite-er, never flossed. Didn't do Warzone, any of that shit. So a lot of these are going to be like PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 era.
Mm-hmm. It's more like a nostalgia thing, like what we used to do to escape responsibilities.
I have a question for you as I get into my first one. When I say EA Sports, what's the next thing that you think of? EA Sports. Yes, thank you. No, big.
Well, I know, but it's, big.
There's two things. It could have been in the game or big. And I'm glad you said big because my first one on here is NBA Street Volume 1 or 2. What an amazing game.
I was not a huge. I didn't play sports on video games. Like if I want to play, a sport,
so we're not going to have
we're
not going to have a lot of similarities here.
No, but I mean, I did. See, I liked more like the NFL Street. That was fun, or like Slugfest. Loved Slugfest because you could punch the players. When you involve something that's really fun like baseball and you get to hit someone as well, and
Blitz
maybe
was
hit the head of
dope.
like an eagle. Blitz was pretty cool, yeah. But for the most part, I'm all right. Like I'd rather play the game than play the game with someone else playing the game.
NBA Street was the fucking shit, dude. As a little 10-year-old nerdy white kid that was standing like 4 feet tall, played basketball on the weekends, to be able to play as like Bones, I think was one of the players. The intro song with, I think his name was Stretch, the Afro guy. Bounce, bounce. Now who got game every time? What a sick game and what a cool concept. That kind of sucks that it died off, but it was really around this time of and one basketball being huge and hyped up, street ball, saggy pants, a lot of flair in the game. NBA Street was a killer game. If I didn't play this game and 2K as much as I did when I was a kid, then I might have had a more successful basketball career. But I had the love for the joysticks, dude.
Eesh. You want to change that phrase?
Why? Joysticks?
Okay.
When I say joysticks, you think boy sticks. That's not on me. That's on you, dude.
You know, boy sticks sounds like boys' dicks. It's kind of a play
Again, on you. I didn't think it.
Yes, you did.
The FBI is listening to you right now, dude.
They're right behind me.
You're about to get Mar-a-Lago'd so fast.
Okay, now, when I think of video games, I think of like the systems. You got the PS4 or PS3, PS2, PlayStation, Xbox, GameCube, Wii. But you're missing one important thing: a handheld device, Game Boy Advanced Color. When I got that, shit
is that the
changed,
long one,
dude.
the big horizontal one? No,
it's the small. That's the Game Boy. That's just the Game Boy. But when you have the Game Boy, the Game Boy Color. That thing changed everything for me because not only could you see the pixels and play the games and stuff by yourself because I didn't have internet as a kid. I didn't have a phone. That was like my phone. That was, if I left without that, something felt wrong because I was like, I can't play wild. Galactica or I can't play, which my number one, Pokemon Fire Red. Loved that game as a kid. I never actually had the game. It was I had Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Silver, but I would steal Pokemon Red from other people to play it because I loved it that much. It was so much fun.
Wait, so you stole it and you just started a new game every time?
Not stole it. I took it from Kyle.
Oh, okay.
I would
just
borrow
going
it,
around public, known as a Pokemon Red Bandit.
Thank you. No, I would play that game a lot, and then eventually I found an emulator on my phone back when I was in high school, and downloaded that and played it. And you could play it at 4 to 6 times speed. So running around was like you're on a bicycle. On a bicycle, you couldn't control it. Don't even try it.
That's wild. Honestly,
yeah,
man.
But it made battling so much quicker because it was they slide across the screen and then they say oh, they're gonna use this move and then this move and then this move, and it takes fucking 4 minutes just to battle one person.
Yeah, that should have been an option just to skip all that, the animations.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it's a fun game, but if I wanted to really play that game, I would just go outside and catch rats.
just start beating them and putting them in a gunny sack. Pikachu!
Just had wiffle balls full of compartmentalized animals.
I used to think it was so cool to take. I had a little stuffed animal, Pikachu, and I would stuff him in a Pokeball that I got from Burger King. They had the coolest toys back then. Way cooler than now. Now they're little army men stuff, and you're dude, I used to get those for $2, all
army men are the shit.
They were cool, but it's dude, I could have got one bag, 100 pieces for $1, $2.
What's up,
now
bro?
it's
you don't
you gotta
support
get
the
half
troops?
I support the troops, but I don't support them if they're giving them away as kids' meals instead of cool toys like a fucking Pokeball. That thing was legit, dude. That thing was so cool, and it would it opened up. It had that little hinge. Badass.
I think I had a Pokédex at one time too. They did have the coolest fucking toys.
You had a Pokédex?
I think I might have. It seems
Dude,
familiar.
you are the nerdiest video gamer out there. I like to play sports, and I like to play with the Pokédex.
Yeah, dude.
I used to keep a list of my to-dos on there.
You're just jealous. You would have loved a Pokédex if you had one.
Nope.
My second game is WWE. I used to play this with Parker all the time, and I gotta tell you, nothing's more fun than kicking my brother's ass and doing repetitive, annoying moves that would result into us getting in a fight. They'd be like, "I'm done playing." I'd be like, "No, I want to do it the next game," and then you do the same thing again. And I don't know if you remember this.
That was the best.
Did you have PlayStation 2?
I did, yeah.
Do you remember we used to get on our hands and knees and cross our fingers and hope that the loading screen would pass after you popped in the disc, because if it was scratched, you'd be in that little limbo of the game not actually loading. That happens so often. That was the freaking
worst. And it would it tricked you. Because the screen would go inward, everything would kind of fade in, and you'd go into the stars. But then if it didn't work, it would pop back up as this bluish cube screen, and you're fuck.
Also, it was a crazy that's the closest thing to shooting crack I'll ever get, is that rush of the game getting accepted on PlayStation 2
I'm not a superstitious person, but sitting there waiting for it to turn back on, I would do the same shit every time. I'd be let's go. Just hoping that it would work, and then I'd be oh, it didn't work that time, hang on. Blow on the disc, wipe it on your shirt, put it back in.
They fucking awkwardly put it in at a weird angle.
Yeah, and you're please God. And then same with the N64, dude. Blow on it, hope it works, turn it on, didn't work. Blow on it again. Which, on the cartridge, it says, do not blow in the cartridge. And we all broke that rule. Every single one of us.
I couldn't read it. It was in Japanese. But yeah, WWE, great game. Any of these games where you can suspend disbelief and just do crazy shit, create characters. I used to love all that. Even in the basketball games, creating teams and characters and playing with them. Ton of fun.
So Kyle actually had the WWE games. I never had them because they were rated M for mature, and my parents would never let me buy them. And there's a bra and panty match you can do.
Yes.
And I didn't know that was even a thing. And I'm a little kid, probably I don't know, 6th grade. And we put it on, and we're sitting there, and I was like, wait, what's bra and panty match? And he's like, oh, you'll see. And we click on it. Apparently he'd gotten in trouble about it though, and he played it in front of his grandma, and she's like, what is this? Because the object was to pull their clothes off and then spank them. Like,
yeah, dude, wild.
That was a move. And then you could also create a player, and my reasoning behind why I gave this girl a huge chest was because bigger chest means she's probably stronger.
No, we know your reason, Daniel.
Yeah, but that's what I told my parents though. I was like, this is why I'm doing this.
And they're like, oh yeah, and you visited bobs.com earlier? Right, dude.
Oh my god. That was also 6th grade. I went into my parents' room. No one was home. It was on my birthday. My birthday of 6th grade. I go into my parents' room thinking, hey, I'm a big 6th grader. It's probably time I look at some porn now. So I type in boobs.com. Then immediately after seeing naked women, got really excited and then thought, my parents are going to find out. Ran over to the freaking house phone, called my mom, and I was like, Mom, so I was trying to look up bobs.com because of the movie What About Bob? And I was trying to see that one scene where he's like, I'm sailing! And I thought it would be really funny, but I actually put in 2
But
O's.
I hit 5 O's.
But I wrote bigmommymilkersforme.com.
But I typed in bukkake.net, dude.
and then my uncle, he's like, oh yeah, I remember my first time going to bobs.com.
Awesome.
Yeah, so there's definitely a reason why I made the chest on those players so big.
All right, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is something that me and you bonded over, dude. I'm talking Call of Duty, World at War, Rum Zombies.
Yeah.
A game we made
it's on
up.
my list too.
We would get
we used to get so drunk, dude.
We would get so drunk. So the game is this. You have a whole handle of Captain, and you pour yourself a Captain and Coke, and every round you make it, you drink 1 sip per the round
like
number.
A swig.
So round 1. Yeah, round 1, 1 sip. Round 2, 2 sips. Round 3, 3 sips. Until you get to round 10, where after round 10, then you just take 1 sip per round. Also, when it's dog rounds, you take a break on those rounds.
We don't get up to like round 25 and shit.
But the worst part was if you got to round like 9 and you failed, and you're like, we gotta do it again. Then we go back to the beginning.
I haven't done the math on it. Do you think it was like 7 mixed drinks? Like, how much drinking is that? That's crazy.
It was a lot. It was a lot of drinking. And the worst part is, I don't think were we 21 at that point?
No,
yeah, we were. We were later on, but not at the beginning. We weren't. But
yeah, no, we definitely were at the beginning. Like, because I remember at your house, like spilling shit, and we were
we're like, shh, keep it down, wipe it up quickly. Yeah. We're drunk, trying to like quietly wipe stuff up, and then you were passed out in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then my dad came, like he like walked past the bathroom, didn't see you, went to work, and then my sister woke you up. He's like, dude, get up, you guys are wasted.
Did you get me up?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't even remember.
No, it wasn't me. It was my sister.
Wild.
Yeah.
That's for sure the only one we're overlapping, unless you're really in my head and you get my last one.
Maybe.
So I guess my 4th one is Skate 3. I love the shit out of this game. Played this for hours. Another one of these games. I love these types of games where you like can customize the shit out of the world, do a lot of creative things. Not really quest oriented, more just like fuck around and do fun stuff. I love that. And as a white kid who owns a skateboard and has ollied before, I really related to this game, you know? I also probably like this because it was like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on steroids. And I used to play that game a lot when I was like really young. But Skate 3 is a sick game.
See, I loved Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but I never really got into skate because I just got Tony Hawk, and I was like, this, I don't need anything else. Like this is my world right now. And you do that one move where you could fucking grind forever as long as you just kept jumping. It would like reset your grind, and you're like, yeah, I'm getting like a million.
Skate was
points
cool because
right
it felt more like realistic because you couldn't do shit like that.
And I know a lot of skaters like that I was hanging out with, they were talking about that game. They're like, it's just more realistic than Tony Hawk. I'm like, that's why I'm playing Tony Hawk, because it's not as realistic. I like the fake stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I'm playing.
I want to grind for a mile.
Yeah, exactly. I want a manual for 3 miles, dude.
I remember I was playing Tony Hawk one time with my brother, and it was like mid-air one trick. I think the disc skipped or something, and it was glitching, but the skater was stuck in mid-air, and the points kept going, so you could just do infinite tricks. The points kept going up.
That's
and
badass.
I think I did it for a bad amount of time, because like you couldn't land, so there's like no ending to it. You're just running up. It was like 20 minutes just doing shit.
But I'm sure you were sitting there like, don't touch it! Don't touch it! I want to see how high it goes.
Uh-huh. So stupid.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, now this one was more towards high school. Loved this game because you had so many options. Wii Sports. When the Wii came out, it revolutionized video games forever. Being able to sit on the couch and use and move while you're playing video games, somewhat getting exercise, when in reality you're not. Unless you're playing Mario and Sonic in the Olympic Games, then your arms get very sore.
Yeah.
But this Wii Sports is so much fun. You're playing, you're just like jerking off everything.
Yeah.
But you could play tennis, you could play baseball, you could play bowling, you could do golf, you could do boxing. All these things were so much fun to do, and then you had different like fitness things you could do. I did a fitness thing every single day because I thought like, oh yeah, this is true to my fitness level. Like it shows my fitness age. One time I got like 35, I'm like, I gotta do it again tomorrow because that's not right.
It was like a workout program kind of thing.
Yeah,
I never had
basically like it was only if you, which makes no sense. If you hit down a bunch of pins in bowling, somehow that means your fitness score is higher.
Yeah, what the
or
fuck?
Lower, sorry. So you're younger because you can hit more pins. That makes no sense at all.
No, I thought it was like they make
It's
you
all
do
about
jumping
timing.
jacks or something.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I remember I used to think jumping jacks was like peak fitness. I can do 100 jumping jacks. Yeah, I can bench 250. You're not hearing what I'm saying. I can do 100 jumping jacks.
Dude, jumping jacks are like low-key difficult now. Even just sitting here, like my brain
Really?
wrapping around thinking of what to do. It's like the motion is so weird.
You're like one of those things in movies, the action sign, just all the time.
Yeah. I don't like jumping anymore either. Figure that out.
It's not that great. No, it's overrated.
Yeah, I feel the impact more now when I land. Yeah. I'm cool like long distance running because my feet barely get off the ground. Credit card kind of height from my feet to the ground, but I'm good on jumping.
Yeah, I don't. I used to, like, as a kid, you think, oh, I'm just going to bounce around everywhere, just boom, 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 jumping on everything. Now it's like, fucking, no. I don't want to do that. That sounds horrible. My knees are going to be shattered.
Before I talk about my last game, Grand Theft Auto is not on this list, but I have a really funny story, somewhat funny story, of my Uncle Kevin, my dad's friend, like your Uncle Eric, my Uncle Kevin, one time came to a block party, and he gifted me and my brother Grand Theft Auto. It was like 1 or 2. And we were like very young. We were like 8 years old or something. And my mom was like mortified, so upset at Uncle Kevin for getting this for us. And he didn't understand how bad the game was. So the next day I was only able to like play the first, like the first mission where you just drive around. Because like you drive to a strip club for the first mission. And I was not allowed to do that. But my game transition is the appropriate Grand Theft Auto. I'm talking about Simpsons
Spider-Man.
Hit and Run.
That's not appropriate. You're hitting people.
Have you played Simpsons Hit and Run?
Yeah.
That's the appropriate version of Grand Theft Auto.
It is really fun. I did love that game, but as a kid, I played Grand Theft Auto more than Simpsons Hit and Run.
Simpsons Hit and Run is the shit, dude. It's so cool, and I love The Simpsons.
It was super fun. I wasn't a huge Simpsons fan, but I loved that game. I played it a lot, actually.
Yeah, it was like
my neighbors.
I wasn't allowed to play. How are you not allowed to play? What was the other one I was talking about? WWE, but you're allowed to play Grand Theft Auto.
Well, I played it not at my house. I played it at someone else's house. That's why I would go to people's houses a lot, because I'm like, I can't play these games, but you have them. Your parents don't give a shit.
Just Kyle, the degenerate panty bra match.
Exactly.
So you're right, man. You ready to go to the strip club and kill some hookers?
I remember like playing or having parties and stuff at someone else's house, and we would just take turns playing Grand Theft Auto. It would be you either played one mission or until you died.
Yeah, play till you die kind of thing.
Yeah, and I love doing that. But like, and then you couldn't do cheat codes. If you had like the wanted down cheat, you could only do the wanted up cheat and weapons cheat, and then like flying car cheat. Like that was all you could do.
Mm.
And then of course you would fucking fly out of the sky and blow up and die, and then trade it out to the next person.
Simpsons Hit and Run, I think, was a game I never finished either, because I think the concept of it is you could play like 4 different worlds as 4 different characters, but I think I only played like 2 of the characters. I just spent a lot of time in the world like fucking around and shit.
Yeah, it was a fun game, but I will say, Simpsons Hit and Run is fun, but not nearly as fun and as bonding as Super Smash Bros.
Oh, yeah, classic.
This game, oh man, absolute classic. This game brought people together, tore them apart,
ended marriages, started world wars.
This is actually what Hitler was so pissed about.
It was. It wasn't about his art. It was that people kept making fun of him for using Kirby, but he's obviously the superior character.
He's horrible. Actually, he's not bad. I feel like everyone picks Kirby. They all want to pick Kirby.
No way. The lame move is picking Fox or Pikachu.
You're just mad because I'm freaking good.
Josh and I got that 10-piece way too often on you.
No, you got it one time.
We've had it like 3 times. I remember being so bored of beating you. I was like, are you sure we could be done, Daniel?
Dude, I was so committed and confident that I would beat
you. It was so funny because we got somewhat good at a point, and then you would just be so determined. It was like so far from happening.
Well, because I was so used to I would take on 3 people at once, and I'd be like, this is too easy. And then you guys started getting good, and I'm like, starting to get a little hard now. I don't know if I like this anymore.
Yeah. All right, what are your honorable mentions?
I have a couple. I have honorable mentions. This one, actually, I'd like to replace this one with Wii Sports. Wii Sports, that's my honorable mention. Okay. My original one should have been this, because this game was a game changer when it came to Call of Duty. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That game was amazing. It wouldn't be, hey, are we playing tonight? It's whose house are we playing it at, or what time are we playing it at?
That game was the shit.
That was the shit, dude. And like No Russia, the controversy that came from No Russia made me want to play it even more. And I was like, yes, I'm not supposed to play it, so I'm going to play it even more now.
Yeah, that was like what, freshman, sophomore year of high school?
No, it was like senior year of high school.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, because that's when it might have been junior year actually. It was either junior. I know for sure we played it in senior year, but it was junior year possibly as well.
Got it.
And then of course I have Rocket League on there. You and I love that game.
Yep, Rocket League's a good one. Yep.
Mario Kart's got to be on there. GoldenEye 007.
Oh yeah, what system was that on?
That was on N64.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking of one where you do like split screen. It's kind of like team deathmatch.
Yeah, that's
oh really?
GoldenEye.
I didn't think it was N64. That's such a cool game.
Very old. And then Counter-Strike. Loved Counter-Strike. I mean, I couldn't really play it on my computer because it was like, a crappy computer. So I'd go to freaking Cyber World and play it there. You like pay by the hour to play these games.
My parents were like appalled that we went there because my dad dropped me off one time. He's like, what the hell is this place, dude?
And I remember my dad's like, why you don't just go play outside? And I'm like, I want to play video games. I've been outside all day. Now I want to play for 3 hours Counter-Strike or not World of Warcraft, but just Warcraft. That was so much fun. Loved playing those games. And then I got, this is more just me. I love these games. God of War, Ratchet and Clank, and lastly, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was a really fun game because you could like, same thing as your WWE game. You just spam the same move over and over and over. You didn't have to be good. You just Hadouken, or no, not Hadouken. Sorry, it's get over here. That's what it is. Just fucking pulling him with that rope and then stabbing him in the face.
Those are classics.
Love those games.
All the ones I think
honorable mentions?
Yeah, I'm thinking like there was a really cool Lord of the Rings game. I forget the name of it, but it was cool. Like you can do co-op and like go through. Completely forgot what it was. I was really big into the Mega Man games on Game Boy, but it was like Mega Man like Duel. It was like it wasn't like a normal Mega Man like going through the story. Let's see what else. And then I like a lot of sports games like Madden's. FIFA was fucking fun as shit. Tiger Woods Pro Golf was such a fun game too. Just like the competition.
That's one game I got really into because I'm not super good at golf. So I'm like I can be good at golf in this game. Like I can do this.
Yeah, they discontinued a lot of these games too. Like Tiger Woods, I feel like they haven't made in years.
No. And now it's like probably a different person as the head of the golf games.
2K, gotta give shout out to 2K because it's fucking just it's an empire now too.
Yeah, you and Josh love those games.
Oh yeah. That's it. I think that's it for me.
Well, nice. If you guys can think of any that we missed on our list, let us know in the comments below or to the side, and depending on where you're watching this now. And yeah, let us know if we had any crappy suggestions, like Wii Sports. That shouldn't have been there. I don't know why I put it there.
Yeah, and also it's completely, subjective to what you want, but I don't want any dumb shit in here like Kingdom Hearts. I don't want to see any of that bullshit. Like, fuck that.
Someone's for sure gonna write Kingdom Hearts. They're not gonna not write Kingdom Hearts.
Fuck Kingdom Hearts, dude. I'm not playing as Mickey Mouse. I feel like there's one I'm forgetting. Right. It's crazy. Roller Coaster Tycoon was cool.
I used to play this game, Zoo Tycoon, and I was I built up this huge empire and like made all like the greatest attractions, right? Like really exotic animals. And then I thought one day I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to burn it all. So I took all the enclosures out of there and then let the animals run wild. And like the people that are in the park are like, ah! And just like running away. It was great.
I wonder if that's like an indication that humans are just fucked. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
That, like in Roller Coaster Tycoon, let's build the ride so people fall.
I had that in my mind thinking like, I want to make this a very successful park so that I can like just scare more people. It was really demonic, honestly, and evil.
Yeah. I'm sure there's more. Freelo, let us know which ones we miss. I'm sure you'll. Yeah. I'm sure you loved Kingdom Hearts. Such a Kingdom Hearts kid, dude. We Pets. I'm sure you love Josh.
Yeah. He had a Tamagotchi.
Big Tamagotchi guy. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. We love you. From all of us here at the Chiefin Podcast, keep it Chiefin.
Keep it Chiefin.